What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome to the Totally Cool channel, and it's another Transformers Tuesday. Yep, Cybertronans are back, and we are going to open one of the hardest, if not the hardest toy to locate and find in the War for Cybertron toy line. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about certain toys that were hard to find, the Grail level toys, like the the Skywarp, which was now announced by Hasbro that they will re-release. So the Phantom Strike Squadron and the Alpha Strike Squadron would be re-released, which brings the value of the original Skywarp down. For those who were not able to get their hands on the Skywarp bundle, they had to replace, swap, whatever the word may be, for with a Hotlink, the War for Cybertron Hotlink, which was not the same character, by the way, but we were fortunate and blessed and absolutely lucky enough to get our hands on one of the hardest to find in the wild and even in your online chat rooms and whatever, the Decepticon Runabout. Now, a few months ago, we featured his twin, the Decepticon Runamuck, who was easier to find. I don't know what happened, why it was easier to find Runamuck. And Runabout was a very, very tough one to locate. But as much as it was hard to find one, we actually have another one. So we've got two. That gives us the unique opportunity to not just keep one in its pristine condition for time immemorial. Time immemorial? For eternity? Since time immemorial. Oh, whatever. We now have the opportunity to open one up and show you what it's all about. So, let's not prolong the agony and let's look at the box. Pretty nice window. I got this one, it was already open. The guy who was selling it was letting go of his Transformers. I don't know why. Why would anyone do that? But this one, you have the old packaging where you have pretty clear glass, pretty clear plastic window where you see the figure inside. On the left side, you see the War for Cybertron illustration. At the top, you've got Decepticons. Here it says War for Cybertron, Decepticon Runabout. And on the right side, it's a very nice illustration of Runabout in his action pose. Okay? And on the back, you see the robot form turning into the Lotus Esprit Turbo. That is his alt mode. And it would take 16 steps to get him there. So, as much as I would like to keep this one and this one in the box, let's open this guy up because he's already been opened anyway. Let's pull him out. Let's see. See, I opened it from the bottom just to be sure that I can keep the top pretty nice and clean. So, let's pull him out. And ta-da! Nothing special with the box. Doesn't have the inserts of the Studio Series 86 Dinobots that we just recently featured, and you can watch in the links below. But it's just a simple I'm from outer space kind of background. So let's put that back in. You don't really want to see me doing that, but I'm doing it anyway. And we've got this one has already been freed from the plastic ties as I acquired this back in the box. But you have the manual where it shows you how to transform him. Set that aside. You have his blaster, which is not really a regular blaster. It's actually a 2-for-1. Let's set this one aside before he falls over. So this is not a real unboxing in the true sense of the word because, like I said, he's not mint inside box when you open him, but It is for me. It's the first time I'm opening them up. So this is his blaster. When I say 2 for 1, it actually splits into two. It could be a long rifle or two short blasters, one for each hand. Let's put that in. So pretty straightforward. Not the best character, not the best action figure. There's a lot of empty spaces in the back. I'll show you later. But there are some good points. You have the nice red-orange plastic. You have the red-orange racing stripes or accents on the front and on the... I think this is the hood portion when he transforms into his alt mode. The same can be said for the back. For the back. That is the rear windshield. And that's the rear windshield. And that is the front windshield, as well as the door windows. Now, this is what I was talking about when I said there's a lot of empty gaps, a lot of empty spaces. This is pretty hollow. It doesn't close out like the Dinobots. It's a deluxe figure, so might as well keep it cheap. Cut down on the cost, cut down on the plastic. So that's probably the reason why it doesn't hurt the transformation anyway. So it just doesn't look from the back. Doesn't look good from the back. But if you're putting him on your shelf, I mean, nobody puts it on the shelf like this, right? Put it on the shelf like this with his brother Runabout. Runabout. This is Runabout. Runabout. Runabout is the black guy. Runabout is the white guy. So he's a black Lotus Esprit Turbo when he's transformed. And another nice accent is, if you can come in closer, you would see the red eyes. The red eyes. Okay. Unfortunately, that is also where I think they could have done more. The red eyes could have been made out of the same translucent material as the windshields, but the red eyes together with the taillights are just painted on. They're not translucent plastic that would have made it even better. Okay? So, again, it takes 16 steps to transform him. We will do a transformation video later on in the series. We will also do a transformation video for most of the stuff that you've seen we've unboxed recently. Unfortunately, it takes a little bit more complication to do those kinds of videos. So watch out. Anyway, so let's do a toy review. Character-wise, there's not a lot of development. I don't even know why he's in the War for Cybertron trilogy series, because he was never in the cartoons. Or was he? Comment down below if he was, what part, what episode, what time. We can review that particular Netflix special, which is what got us back into the Transformers collection. Pandemic, Netflix, eventually you're going to get there. So, let's do a toy review. Out of the box, or even from the box. Again, the translucent plastic, the gloss, the pop, it would be, look at that. Look at that. It just has a nice contrast to the black. And the purple Decepticon emblem, logo, on his chest just contrasts from everything else. So, right out of the box, he looks amazing. He looks like, yeah, I get it, why it's so hard to find. Probably because of the release, but why people are so much, or why they're so really after it. Price point, since it's rare, that's where it becomes a little bit tricky. Normal deluxe class at that time was less than 1,000 pesos, which was about $20. But this one, because of the rarity, would probably go for as much as $50 to $60, even more if you got it as a set with Run Amok. But now, the prices are starting to go down, probably because the interest is also dropping. But for real diehard collectors, they would easily give $100 for this. I'm not saying that's what I paid for it, but I'm saying some actually asked me if I could sell this opened guy for almost $100 just to complete the collection. For completists, that's a curse. Playability, it's quite playable, you know. 16 steps, doesn't take too much to figure out how he transforms. In fact, I think even a 5 or 6 year old with enough dexterity would be able to transform him from robot to car and then back. And then once you figure this one out, you know how to transform run amok, and vice versa. So playability is pretty cool. Simple, not too complicated. Shelf appeal, if you're looking at it from the back, not good. Again, the empty space is just so hollow. It's just. But if you're staring at him from the front and having other deluxe classes beside him, he's gonna stand out. He's definitely gonna stand out. Put a light bulb or LED lights on your shelf where he's standing. He's that reflection. It's just gonna. It's gonna pop. It's gonna stand out. It's gonna be a head turner. So yeah, that's a positive. G1-esque, I don't remember Runabout or even Run Amok in the G1 cartoons. Maybe in the season 3 or 4, but I'm not sure. I stopped after Optimus Prime died in Studio Series 86, where, Rodimus Prime was starting to make a mess of himself. I'm not a Rodimus hater, but he was making a mess of himself. Anyway, let me know if he was ever in the G1 cartoons or was he just in the Dreamwave comics. Overall, now I know I mentioned in a few episodes, in the past episodes, that we will be changing our rating system from the numerical to something different. Yes, we're just gonna say whether a toy is cool or it's not cool. Okay, that simple. It's a yes and no answer. It's a yes and no answer. It's a cool or not cool. And if you ask me, this is cool. Not totally cool, but cool. Just cool. Nice to have. Would be great to have on your shelf to complete the set. If you want it as an investment later on, you keep one in the box and maybe you can sell it, but depends on the interest. But most collectors are not really sellers anyway. But if you want to help a buddy out who's looking for one, it would be nice to have another one handy. So overall rating, it is a cool toy. It's nice to have. It would be great to have on your shelf, and I would recommend that you find one at a reasonable price. So with that, we thank you for watching this episode and hope you would look at all of our previous episodes. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok, and hit that bell button so you'd be notified for future content. Before we go, always remember, toys are not just cool, they're totally cool. So happy collecting. Bye-bye.